HTTV in association with Absolute Warehouse Services. Tommy, a tough result to take.
Yeah, difficult. We knew it was going to be tough today. Chelsea are a top side, they've got good players. It's a tough place to come, Stamford Bridge, so it was a difficult one for us. I think the second goal probably killed the game from my point of view. I think at 1-0, we were definitely in the game. We had a couple of little bits and pieces in the first half, but I thought overall, we did apply pressure, which they're going to do. They're at home, they're going to do that. But I think I thought we were well in the game first half. So obviously the penalty decision just before half time knocked the stuff from us a little bit, and in the second half I think it was difficult for us to recover. So yeah, all in all a tough day, but we'll regroup, we'll carry on, and we'll get back on the training pitch and look forward to next week against Arsenal.
When you've performed like that in the first half, you're in the game, and then obviously the penalty decision goes against us late on in the first half. How difficult is that mentally during half time to prepare yourself for the second period?
Yeah, it's a tough one to swallow, especially given the fact that we didn't actually believe it was a penalty. I mean, I've not seen it back, it could be, it might not be, but I think my argument to the referee was that the linesman had a better view than him, and he didn't give it. So the referee obviously gave it. We can't change the decision, it is what it is, now it's done. But I certainly think that it did knock the stuff out of us a little bit. Going into half time, 2 goals down is obviously a lot worse than 1. So yeah, it was tough, but we got over it. You've got to get over it. We went out for the second half, and we had the full intention of trying to get back in the game and get the next goal. It wasn't to be, and these top individuals, when you get the chances, they take them, and that's what Chelsea did today. So as I say, it's a tough day. Difficult one for us, difficult one for the fans, who were tremendous again, travelling all the way down to London. We can't thank them enough for the support today. But we'll regroup. We're back in tomorrow, and we'll be looking forward now to Arsenal.
In the first half, obviously, we tried to utilise Adama Diakabi and Isaac Mbenza's pace. Is that something we've been working on, training, making sure that we can attack down the sides quickly? Yeah,
there's certain things that the manager's been trying to implement on the grass with us. That was one of them. He likes to try and use the boys' pace who we've got on the front line, which is obviously one of their key qualities. So I think we need to start doing that a little bit more, using our players to the best effect. Don't get me wrong, it's going to take time. The head coach has only been here a couple of weeks now, if that. He's got ideas, he's got good ideas, and I think it's just up to us to grasp them now. So yeah, it's going to take time, but I think eventually when we get to know exactly what he wants and how he wants us to play, and we start doing it more and more often, it's definitely going to be beneficial for us in the long run.
On a positive side, Aaron Moy was back out on the pitch, and Carlin Grant got his first minutes for the club as well.
Yeah, we'll always try and take positives out of any game, regardless of the score, regardless of the result. And it's great for Moisey to be back in the mix. His first start was obviously great. And the new boy who's come in, he's looked lively in training from what I've seen. He come on today. There's a few bits and pieces which were good, so I'm sure he'll be one to look out for, definitely.
As captain after a defeat like this, how important is your role in making sure that everyone's uplifted for the next game?
It's important, yeah, but I think people have got to start taking a bit more responsibility for themselves. Everyone's got a role to play at this football club. My role probably more so than ever being the club captain. That's something that I take great pride in. It's something that I want to do. I want to be there for the lads as best I can, to help them as much as I can. But as I say, I think everyone needs to start really wanting to do it for themselves more than anything now, and wanting to stand up and be counted, because ultimately that's the only way that we're going to improve. It's the only way we're going to do well in the future, is by sticking together, everyone doing their own jobs, helping each other out, all that sort of stuff. The togetherness is the key, which is what we've always said at this football club, and I think we need it more than ever. So that's something that we'll be looking to get back into our team.
Just finally, you've mentioned the supporters already, but at the end of the game, it showed the appreciation of everyone, didn't it? All the players, the coaching staff, all went over to applaud them.
I think we had to. That's the least we could do. We come here, we try and play, we try and get a result, but they pay their hard-earned money to come down and watch us. They travel. It's a long way. We get that to Saturday, it's the weekend. So all these things, I think some people may think that we don't appreciate it, but I certainly do myself, and I know the other lads do. So we really do appreciate the fan support. It makes a massive difference, especially when we're not winning, we're not getting the results. It's something that we really do appreciate, and we can't thank them enough.
Thank you for speaking to us.